Hey guys, welcome back. It's Patty, the Bumbling Crafter. So we have a few things. Oh, we're going to do how do you do art. We're going to start how do you do art November. And I'm going to explain to you what it is while we play. I'm going to need these, I feel like we're going to need those. So I'm just going to get them, dripping down to the bottom of their thing. They're in with my flowers now, which is going to be a thing. But, okay, so how do you do art November? Hosted by Cheryl at The Whole Bucket. This month is Nature November with a side note of neutrals. Which reminds me to grab the book. Sorry about that. In the background, I'm trying to make my printer work. The heads are messed up. I don't know. It's brand new. It's like less than 6 months old. So maybe it's 6 months old. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Nature. So, but we have to do some cleaning of this room while I tell you about nature. So this, we were playing with last month. And we are going to go back to last month's stuff, you guys, with the, anyway, I need to put another layer on this. So we have, what are those? Butterflies. Yeah, nature. Butterflies. And then speckles. And then I'm going to put this in the background. And then I'm going to move it off my desk for a minute here. I don't want this square piece. You know what I'm saying? Over there. So then neutrals. You guys, everybody, I realized, considers neutrals very differently. Like, what do you consider neutral is not going to be what I consider a neutral. I consider this a neutral. It's a yellow. Depending on the day, it's funny. I was talking to Dawn at For Grace Creations, and sometimes she considers yellow a neutral. Sometimes she doesn't. I consider it a neutral because, well, depending on the shade, it's warm or cool. And because you can take something really loud and put it over top of it, and it kind of just tones it right down. Now, obviously, well, I don't know if it's obvious, but there's roses in this too. Oh, wait, I wanted some of this green too. And this particular green, not all greens, but this green, I also consider a bit of a neutral. What I think would help me is if I just put some of the paints out on my board. Because I don't want to keep dipping in there, because now I'm going to be in both of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna cross-contaminate. That's what I'm saying. So, I didn't have a lot of time today because I have to go to the neurologist and get the shots for my migraines. But I did want to make sure, because I know I'm going to be riding the migraine train for a couple of days here. So I wanted to make sure I got this going so we would at least have this one and we could talk about the different things we're going to do this month. Or the goals, because plans have a way of going awry. Especially on me. Because I do. Is this backwards? No. Okay. I was like, that one looks upside down to me. It's very hard to tell when you're not. Well, okay, so I'm lifting it, so I'm going to get a mess. It doesn't matter. Oh, that came out really clean. It kind of doesn't matter because, what we're going to see is what's in the front first. So I'm going to put this here. I'm going to get a wonky. No, I want more of this one here. I want this full clock this time. So, of course, I covered up my paint. So, I think Cheryl's goal is for us to use actual things found in nature. And we will, because I do anyway. So, but also, I'm going to dip into Christmas. So, I have these little Christmassy journals. You've seen a few of them last month. I don't know how much of those I'm going to finish filling on screen, but I'm going to do it. A little bit, because we're going to do a little bit right here in just a second here. I can't tell how far up I need to be going, so I guess we're just going to do the whole thing. I guess that's how we're going to handle that, y'all. And then if I move it one more time, for the love of God, we should be there. Oh, see? You're not even going to see that whole clock I was so worried about getting on there. So I'm just going to put this here. I know, are you guys proud that I'm dabbing? Because that's, how you should be using it. And I never do, and then I make a big old mess. I know. Good enough. Okay, good enough, because I just want that to dry, which means we also need to clean that off now. And we could just use a piece of paper for that. This I'm just throwing on the floor in front of the dryer. I'm not wearing my glasses, so for one thing, that might be helpful. Because then we're going to go over that, and then we're going to pull it probably with some of these neutral papers. Probably. But you know, I tend to change my mind sometimes. So, I'm just going to, wow, use my hand, and now it's all upside down. But it doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter. It's just going to be some color on there. See? Can't even tell. And then there's so much more of this I can clean though. So we're just going to use a piece of this in the center of it and do that. And this is all the more clean. I tend to clean my stencils. Regardless of what I'm using on them, they rarely ever get cleaned all the way. When I use, I make an effort when I use the spackling and stuff, but really, it doesn't really happen. I'm trying to keep track of what stencils I do and don't use this month. Kind of give me a baseline of where I'm at. Oh, yeah. So I have this little dude. And I'm pretty sure I threw him in the trash, but he apparently didn't want to go because it's still here. It was on the floor. I actually picked it up off the floor after the trash went out. So I'm like, huh, he's determined to not go anywhere. So obviously, little butterfly. So I'm doing brown, but I don't know if it's coming out brown. It's the sepia brown stuff because I don't want to use actual just black because I don't want to. We might put some black down there eventually. We'll see. Mostly I'm just covering up my shoddy cutting because, you know, my cutting skills. Okay. So I am at this point trying to drop stuff into the trash can for sure, but also still play. I know. It's a fine balance, y'all. Oh, before I forget, hold on. Hold, please. I do want to put the majority of this back in here. Yeah, don't do this if you worry about contaminating your stuff. Obviously, I do not. And for the most part, I feel like it works out. There's not as much of the green, so I'm just going to take this piece of fabric and lay it over both of them. This is supposed to be cheesecloth, but it's like the tightest woven cheesecloth ever, so I've had it for years now. Yep, that went right onto my clothes. Yes, it did. So on the opposite side of this, I thought it'd be kind of fun if we made new wings using, I don't know if I want to use the flower petals or the leaves. I know there's leaves in here. Yeah. See, so I always have a little bit of, oh, there's actual feathers, a little bit of nature sitting on my desk at all times. See, because that's kind of fun to me. Do we like that? I need a fatter one at the bottom. Ooh, that one's got a nice curve to it. It's going to make it hard to work with, though. I mean, it won't, because I could just get it wet. You know, and then it'll, see there, just splay right back out for me. And now I just got paint on it. Yeah, I'm keeping my hands clean today. You see how that worked, right? Not at all. Yep, crunchy, crunchy, because it's not wet enough, but that's okay, because we'll go over it in the end. What I was trying to see is how much did I want and how much can I leave in the background, you know? Because I want it to flare out roughly the same size as that. And then anything that shows from the back, we'll just, you know, chop off. I think I still want it to come out more, yeah, like that. So see how this tip is showing? That's what I mean. We'll just cut that off. But the more I can let it grip, the better. And actually, let's use some of this. Ooh, I loosened this because we are going to make journal covers. Well, we're going to finish some journal covers. make some journal covers. You know, I have parts of them done, and then, but we still got to back them. So I loosened my paint up, or my glue, because it was too hard to get out of the bottle. I want it there-ish. Okay, so then, let's see, what are we going to do about our top wing? Ooh, that one's broken. Okay, put that back in the container. Because obviously we want the top wing to be much smaller than the bottom wing. And now my hands are sticky. Like that. Nope, don't like it. Okay, so let's do a flower petal at the top, which I do like. Okay, cool. So see, and by doing that, now I've given it something to grip onto. So it's a little less fragile. Still fragile, but a little less. And then, oh, you know what? Nope, it's got to go like, just tuck just the slightest bit under. There, better. Better. Do we like it? I don't know. This bottom wing is still bothering me, so maybe. Do I want to use a couple of these instead? Yes, I do. Okay. That makes me happier. Okay. That did not stay at all. I may have to take a moment and clean my fingers off. Which means I gotta get the sponge wet first. Ooh. I didn't feel like, oh yeah, because I cleaned my glue tip. I was like, I didn't feel like I put that much glue on my fingers, honestly. So then we're going to take a piece of this stuff. And this is one of those ones that's folded in fours. This book stuff. And then, oh. I knew that one wasn't going to stick by the, oh, bugger. All right, you go over there for a minute. You come here. So these are off the bougainvillea tree in my front yard. Just stay for a minute. Just stay there. Okay. Obviously, we do not want the title to this page, which is fine. But, let's see. Let's get it all out here. Oh. Everything is sticking to me. So this is my neutral portion right here. Y'all see this? Neutrals. And Patty is still cleaning off her desk. I thought, well, I had it completely clean for just the bits. And then I went wild. I don't know what happened. And now it's not as clean. But that's okay. Well, and we'll be working with bits again this month. Lots of bits, but different bits too. And also I'm trying to up my ante on bits because, well, I want to make some of them interesting because I'll be sending some out for a Defender Ember swap. So if you guys are interested in that, you should let me know. Those of you that participate. Right now, I am swapping bits with Cheryl at the Whole Bucket. I think that's my only swap partner for bits at the moment. So I'm keeping this, see, because we're going to stamp on it, I think. We're going to try. We're not doing anything fancy here at all. Sorry if you can still hear the printer playing around in the background. It's one of the reasons this is going to be so quick. I know I have to go to the doctor, but I got a little bit of time before that. But I was more worried about post-doctor. You know. I do need to make myself a chicken sandwich to go with me. Because I haven't had breakfast. And it'll be like, I don't know, 1 o'clock in the afternoon when I get home. So, you know, gotta do that. Okay, where's our little piece? Come here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue down the center of him, but not the sides. Because we're going to come back to it, I'm sure. And I want him to sit in there somewhere. Okay? That's what I was trying to get at with that. Nature. Yeah. But I think, well, I know we're going to want to tuck some stuff underneath before we glue it 100% down. This is not where I had intended to use that, just for the record. but I thought it might be pretty. Hmm. Hmm. Yep, not at all what I was intending to do. But see, that's the fun of it. Just do it as you go. Obviously, now I got to wait to do, you know, go around the edges with stuff. Cute. Cute little butterfly. Okay. So I made my own butterfly the other day. Oh, the reason I have that out. Yeah, let's move on to this. See, Christmas. Now, these were misprint from my old printer, which is why I'm so annoyed with the new printer. Put that in there before I forget to stuff it in some water. I've already lost the top to this, and look at that. I got paint everywhere. Ooh. Oh, holy moly. Okay, paint, paint, paint. Okay, we could pick these guys up for a minute, throw them back in their little container. You will see them again. Or a version of them. Usually I treat them before they're quite so crispy, the flowers. But, you know, it doesn't matter. Okay, so these, see, go around the edges first, Patty. Do it. Just do it. I can't because I don't know where my stuff is. All right, well, we're going to use the other color. So obviously the brown is on this desk. We used it just a second ago. But I don't even know why I bothered to put this one away. Oh, it's right there. It's up above me. So we're going to do this, but I'm betting we're going to come back around it with some different colors too. But this is just to get us going. I need a visual. I can't help it. And then we're just simply going to fix our lines. See the lines in there? But we can fix it. Because I was just going to throw them away as a misprint. And then I was like, or, you know, you could use glitter on them and fix it. Because they're pretty. For, you know, and I only minimally do Christmas, you know that. But, well, no. In my art, in my house, I do Christmas everywhere. So what we're going to do is I'm going to hold the little thing. And I'm just going to kind of go down the lines. Hopefully, with the glitter so that it looks like we always wanted them there. And I'm trying to do mostly a nice stream. See right there, not so nice. And I think I might have red too, but, ooh, Patty's lines are not straight. I should rest my arm. And I should have started on one end. Normally I start in the center on everything I do because I work out, but I forgot. One, I'm not on my spin board. And these are very thick, but it will mostly go down. So, see there's one in the center there? Yeah, I didn't plan that well, did I? Because I'm used to starting in the center and then thinking of spinning sideways. And there's not any problems over here, but we're going to pretend like there is and make a line. That's way thick. Woo! And then when it's dry, we'll go around the edging. No? Yeah. I'm trying to decide if I want one more over here. See? And we can get away with it because, you know, everything's sparkly at Christmas time. Well, if you're in my world, everything sparkles. So, there's that. Don't lay it there because then you're going to touch it. Okay, we'll lay it here behind me. And then, where's the other one? This one. I had the other color. Well, oh, there it is. Because I thought this color would go really nice too. This is copper. Is it copper? I would assume it's copper. And this is just the cheap glue, glitter glues from the Dollar Tree. Oh yeah, see there? It's unfortunate that there's some air in my line, but that's okay. So I'm doing these this time because as you can see, there's foliage in the background. So, you know, nature. So this coppery color that's in my hand is another weird one that I would consider a neutral because in my brain, I think of it as the same color as sienna, if it was a paint. And so most browns I consider neutral. My neutrals, but you guys, I consider certain pinks neutrals. So it's all on what you like and what you consider. I'm not going by necessarily what the world considers neutral. I mean, I will try for some of it, because you know we have neutral masterboards that we made. And we might make another one, but I think we should use what we have first. Well, one of them I'm going to make a neutral cover out of. So we'll work on the inside of that. See, you can distinctly see a line right there. But when I go around the edge, I guess. So the reason I wasn't going around the edges right off was because then I will have trouble moving them. And I didn't think to get out my pieces of plastic, which would have been smart. Okay, now it's got some air in the line because it's not cooperating with me. There we go. See? I think that will look very cool. And the other side, oops, sorry, I just hit you, I know, will still be writable, because this will go almost flat, because this is the cheaper version. It's not like the stickly ones that stay up. So, yeah, I don't know. So see, here's the thing. I consider this to be fairly neutral. It's not, but in my world it is. Mostly neutrals. And we will use this at some point this month, I think. It's my goal. Yep, see? So I have these little plasticky pieces. It's just a Dollar Tree, it's a Dollar Tree shower curtain that I cut up into workable squares so I could pick things up and move them off my desk. I didn't realize when I showed them before that most people didn't understand what that was until I got asked about it. So thought I would tell you. So see, then we have this little neutral thing, right? But this is more like a background. You can see the flowers. I'm getting the books down. Oh, you know, the birds and the botanies and the whatever. The sticker books my hubby bought me. And I was just thinking, like, he would be cool, right? This dude. Let's see. Would he be cool? See, they got such huge. I can't stand all the white. And this is what happens. And then I'm like, oh. It doesn't have to be perfect, but geez. I just feel like it's just too much. So then I stand here cutting away at it, which is silly, but I can't help myself. Obviously, I'm not doing perfect cuts. I'm just doing rough cuts. Because I just want some of it off. You know, like, it's too much, man. Too much of a good thing. Why are the borders so huge? And so I have 2 of these books to go through, to work through, and I keep forgetting about them. So I'm always trying to figure out where can I find butterflies and stuff in my little stash over there. And I'm like, well, you got 500 of them in the books. You know? Just occurred to me, well, hang on, you don't even know how much you're going to need. Yeah, okay. Or if he even works. And if not, I just stick them back in the book with a little bit of glue. If you use that cheapy Jot glue from Dollar Tree, they'll stick back in the book. Because for a while, I was just going around them. And I should start again where you put tea-dye the pages so that a lot of this fades into the background. But sometimes I feel like, so, oh, see, he's too big. See, okay. That was a big old waste of time. We need a smaller, like this dude here. Right? Because, like, he could look like he's hanging out inside the flowers. So if you did that, and then you take, well, we're not going to take, I'll show you in the book in a minute, but I just wanted this. Right? So you can kind of blend them, but see, then I lose most of my bird, I feel like, which is the part I don't like. See? And now I don't feel like he's good enough for there. Yeah. Huh. Because then you lose all your flowers and stuff. Well, we could put him down here at the bottom. He'd be fine. Yeah, now we need glue. Now we need glue, which is then also making me wonder, should we put a little bit of, like, sorry I hit you again, I know I did. Like a little bit of Real Nature on there. Is it gonna stay? No, of course not. You gotta have better glue. I know, bet you didn't think I'd ever say that about that glue. I just want it to go behind my bird, you know? See, again, I want it to do kind of like stick out from there. What do you want, Patricia? I don't know. Yeah, we probably didn't need this piece in the front at all. There. A little better. A little better. So see, this is where we run into problems. Because now I'm like, but it needs some color going around the edging. You know, I already put dark brown or something around the edges, but you have to admit, it's a pretty, I know you can't really see it, but I can see it. So I know it's there. And he's there, but I'm not 100% thrilled. So expect that to get changed. See, I won't lie to you and tell you I like my art when I don't. Oh, what if we went kind of around the flower petals? If not, you know, it's just paper. Gave it a fun top. You know what I'm saying? Get that part off so then I can go around this flower right here. And then back up around that flower. Well, it's a leaf, but you know. A little better. Gives it some character at least. I think we need to make it so you can see the flowers and stuff a little better. Possibly. This is the wrong color for sure. We need this color here. Pretty certain is what I used. And then after this, we can be done for the moment. I think I might run some pencils around these flowers so you can see them. You know, I mean, that's paint, but if I used, let's see, if we used these, would you be able to see it with the paint? I don't know. So let's check. Something bright. Let's try that blue. See what color it actually is. I still haven't swatched these. Yeah, see, because then now you can see the flower at least. And then, you know me, so I'm going to freeform going on here. Because I don't care. You know, because it's my nature. I can't help it. You just got to be what you are. I want a brown. What are the chances this? Oh, it's willow. Thought for certain it was going to be red iron oxide because it seems to be the one I pull the majority of the time. So yeah, like this, more like this. There's some kind of flower up here, and the thing about these is we can get them wet and then they'll just turn to ink, so they'll be permanent. Well, they claim they will be. You know, maybe we'll put a little bit of glitter on them, jazz it up. No, we're past our 30 minutes. Where'd I put the glitters? Oh, I put them away. Oh, that's shocking. Oh wait, I forgot. We got to do the stem still. Well, it doesn't, not really. We can let the stem get lost in this, in all this little nonsense down here. Whatever those are, the suggestions of. A suggestion is enough. Ugh. I was just thinking of making a dot in the center of them. Ta-da! Huzzah! Cute! Okay. Much happier than I was. So let's see. I don't know what I went around that edge with, but gonna go around this edge with my, well, with something. We'll find something eventually, you know, when we're gonna use it, because it is cute. Okay. Oh, we got to put a backing on it, which means I got to cut it again. Or I could just leave that part, but I won't because we want it to be stiffer. So we'll put a backing. And then we'll just change this piece into a small card, like a little something. You know, well, if I could cut straight, which I know, nobody's shocked that you can't, Patty. Ha! Now I did it the other way. There. We'll collage or something on that eventually. You know, there. Cute, right? So then we got that. And then this, we just have to, we'll put some stuff, well, let's look at it from the other side so we can see. Yeah, it looks okay. Looks like it'd be okay to pull. Yeah, so we'll do that one of these days. Got to decide what we're going to pull it on. I think, oh, we're going to pull it on some of that paper. Right, okay, perfect. So we'll do that too. All right, so I'll talk to you guys later because we're over time and I need to get ready to go. All right, bye.